It turns out, we find out from the Treasurer this week, was actually a lot more than he said they were going to be slugged.
Yes, that's right. He said today, I think, 24 billion instead of the 9 billion that they originally estimated. So he was just sort of fudged by about 15.
How do you reflect on the whole process?
It's really tainted Australia, and it's increased the cost of capital to Australian companies quite significantly. So, and also some companies won't get finance. So,
how do you know that?
Well, just talking to investors. I've spent the last week before last running around the world talking to people who invest in these projects, and a lot of them are just too frightened to come to Australia now. So numbers, a 10% movement in price will change the tax number by roughly $8 billion. So our budget outcome has been linked to the commodity cycle. We're going to see wild gyrations in the federal budget surplus or deficit according to what commodity prices do.
And in particular iron ore and coal, isn't it?
Iron ore and coal, and also LNG as well. So we've roped in all the LNG projects into it as well. So those three commodities are going to drive our budget, $20 billion either side of surplus or deficit.
Well, what do you think?
Long term, obviously iron ore prices are unsustainable. And as new production comes on, those prices will fall heavily.
So long-term outlook's not so good. What does that mean for smaller iron ore players, leaving aside BHP and Rio?
The smaller iron ore guys, unless they've got a contract with a Chinese mill today, may struggle to get up.
So just not get up at all?
Not get up at all, yeah. The reason is that unless you can get a contract with a Chinese mill, you can't get financed. I mean, the cost of finance probably went up 5 percentage points as a result of the mining tax. So marginal projects are even more marginal than they were. And without a contract with a mill, you're as good as dead.
Thanks for joining us.